any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Hawkeyes will kick it away first. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Nebraska's offense comes onto the field first today. The adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties. Because
breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Huskers moving quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll go right back to it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, or Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Makes the catch. It's Knowles. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking for space, it's Ives. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Iowa's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Finds his tight end. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Fast completion move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to scramble. Got a little space. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10. The run from the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5. Let's talk for a minute about Iowa. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Fires to the big fella. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Baker. Got it in the middle, it's Ray. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This should be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Turning it on. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Quick strike complete. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They'll give it to Johnson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the knee on third down. Off the RPO, complete. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the first down, and let's see what they do on fourth. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're in makeable field goal range, but on fourth down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Looking downfield, it's Baker. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive line. And you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Give to the running back. Open space at the 25. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first. And the Huskers want to pick up the tempo. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. There he goes. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll move the tight end. A first down run in the red zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to surge it in. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the three, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a two-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. He's not afraid to throw it from way back here. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. That's reeled in. It's Ray. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Right down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll try to do it himself. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Got it in the middle, it's Knowles. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Knowles. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today. This one from 34 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. That brings them to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Baker. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Hawkeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, he's still on his feet.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Finds his man, it's Ray. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Well, they're going to RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
To the ground with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Baker. Makes the catch. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Huskers will hustle to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on 1st down, TFL, 2nd down, TFL. Now you set up 3rd and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
It's complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Cornhuskers look to keep this drive humming.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at him. They're continuing to run.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Using his legs to buy some time. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Hawkeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Off play action on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Looking deep. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Back to pass, it's Baker. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open, makes the catch. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. Wants to go up top. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. And the Huskers want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got his man quickly. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Knowles. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, running back gets the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Got his man on the right. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And he muffs it. It's loose. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Ray. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Runs through the tackle. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Power football with the run.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the...
Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles and rolls all the way to the 4-yard line before he steps out of bounds. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets. Touchdown, Iowa! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. A Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account.
Makes the catch down the right side. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Nebraska. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Baker. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down. Now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Gets it inside the 15. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line. Set up with a red zone opportunity. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. On the ground. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down the clock?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they decide to tie it up in the final seconds. Looks as if we could be headed for free football. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Pulls it in. It's Bonner. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Second down coming up. Out of the gun. The running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
To the air on first down. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Now third and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Now all the pressure switches to their defense. They've got to get a stop. Nothing to work with as they try to force another round of OT. First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. The give to the lone running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and long now as this defense tries to force another overtime period. Dropping back, it's Baker. Quickly complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Not sure if something's wrong with their kicker, but they won't try the game-winning field goal and instead go for it on fourth down. He's got it! He got it in! And the celebration is on! A walk-off touchdown in OT! What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.